You're welcome to Success Tips channel. Okay, so on this video today we are going to be discussing about influence in volume 2. You know, in volume 1 we were able to discuss about influence. Okay, we discussed about how you can be able to build your own influence to influence other people's thinking and other people's actions so that it will favor you. You know, whatever you do, people are reading you. If you want to be successful and you don't want to talk about influence, then just forget about that success, because success and influence works hand in hand. Okay, even if you are very successful, if you neglect influence at the end of the day, then you're going to be taking some actions and some efforts that is going to ruin your reputation and your other things, and then your influence at large is going to be so detrimental to it, and then before you know it, it begin to haunt your own success. So influence is a subject that cannot be neglected and then you go scot-free. But before we go further, let me define what influence is. Okay, influence simply means the power to influence other people's thinking, okay, or their actions without forcing them to. Okay, you can be able to make people to think in a particular way, or you can be able to make them to act in a particular way without forcing them to do so. Okay, and you know, whatever you do in an environment, people are watching you, and then it creates a lot of, you know, thought about you. Depending on what you're doing, that is how people are going to tag you with. Okay, and when it comes to influence, I don't joke with it. Okay, so in volume 1 we were able to discuss that, and you can be able to go to that influence volume 1 on this very channel, so you can be able to watch it and learn how you can build your own influence in the surrounding. But in this video today, we are going to be discussing about volume 2. Okay, so what does volume 2 speak about? We are going to be talking about the influence of other people in your surrounding or other objects in your surrounding on your own success at large. Okay, so this will be very, very, very important to your own success life. If you really want to be successful, don't ignore the subject of influence. Okay, so because just the way you exert an influence on the surrounding, or just the way you influence other people, that is how all the people can be able to influence you into acting in a way that will not support your own dreams, or all the objects around you can be able to influence you to act in a way that will not be supportive to your own dreams. So enjoy this video while we go through. When I say the influence of other people and the influence of other things on you, I simply mean what is the impact of the things that are within your surrounding on you and your lifestyle and your own dream pursuit, and then also what is the influence of people around you. So we are going to be breaking this into 2 different compartments. Okay, we are going to start with the influence of non-human objects around your own life. Okay, first of all, we are going to be looking at the major ones, while all other ones that are not mentioned in this video are also contributing to it. We will start with your phone. Okay, as simple as this, your phone have a very, very, very strong influence on you. How? Someone may be asking, how does my phone have influence on me? Okay, can you remember when you wake up in the morning, the first thing you start looking for is your phone? And maybe if you just turn in bed, you just turn, and then you just try to send out your hand to touch your phone, and then you're unable to touch it, and then your BP just rises and you jump out of bed. Ordinarily, if someone will just be calling you, you will not even attend to the person, because you still be claiming, you know, you are sleepy and things like that. But because your phone is not there, you jump out of bed with tension, you know. So your phone is one of the things that have a lot of influence on you. Okay, and then you will always spend time with your phone. You know, even if you have nothing to do with your phone, you will just discover that you end up wasting a lot of time typing your phone. You know, you got your messages, you know, you got your recent calls, you got your Facebook, you know, that's another aspect. You got your chats, you go to everywhere, so you got videos. Even if you have nothing to do literally with your phone have a lot of influence on you, and if you don't master how to have control over that, then that influence will lead you to a negative aspect of life. If you remember what we discussed in time management, we discussed how you can be able to manage your time appropriately. Okay, but then if you look at the influence that your phone have over you, it seems to alter, you know, your teachings, or will I say your understanding about time management, and will consequently affect your actions towards your time management. That is your phone. What of social media? Okay, so social media is another non-human object that have a very, very strong influence on you. You go to Facebook, you go to YouTube, okay, you go to your what do they call it, you go to Twitter, you go to a lot of social media platforms. You go there, you chat with friends, you watch, you know, jokes, you know, you watch riddles, you watch some entertainments and things like that. I'm not saying, don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that watching all of these things is bad for you. No, it's not bad for you. But let it be that you understand what you're doing. Like your phone, pressing your phone is not something bad. By the way, your phone is not something bad. You can learn materials from your phone, you can read from your phone, you can watch educational content from your phone. I believe you're watching me using your own phone, okay? So without your phone, you cannot be able to learn about all these things. You cannot be able to learn about influence in volume 2, okay? So you cannot be able to understand the influence of all these things around your life if you don't have your phone. Of course, your phone is very important, but the way you manage the influence of your phone over you will determine whether that phone is going to push you to failure or is going to push you to success, okay? For someone that loves reading with his phone, he loves watching educational content, he loves maybe calling clients and things like this, definitely he's using his phone in a productive way. But for somebody that will just go watch movies, I believe you know that. So likewise, social media, you can be able to use social media for your own advantage, your advertisement, you go and connect with people for networking, you advertise your businesses, you reach out to all-time friends to vouch for relevant knowledges from them and things like that. But on the other way around, you can waste all your time watching Instagram, just watching people's pictures, just looking at other people's comments that will not even help you, and then you just while away time. So it depends on how you use it, but whether you like it or you don't like it, social media have influence on you, okay? What other thing? One other major thing is money, okay? Money have a very, very strong influence on you. If you don't have control over money, money will lead you to a direction that you will never ever recover in your life. Someone may be saying, well, we're talking about success, then why do we try to paint money as though money is something bad? No, that's not what I mean. Now let me break down my knowledge so that you get to know what I'm trying to say, okay? I've seen a lot of people that have neglected going to school because they are going for some things that will give them petty cash. When I say petty cash, I mean, like little amount of money, okay? You will see somebody going to the farm, going to do some laborer work and then neglect his school. Or maybe you'll see someone that is aspiring to be a musician, for instance, but the person will just refuse to go to his trainings, or refuse to go for his vocal trainings, or refuse to go for his music lessons, but simply because he have 1 or 2 jobs that he want to go and get 1,000 naira or so. I'm not saying money is bad. I'm not saying money is not good. But if you don't master some of the things that critically mean so much, then what you are getting at the moment, it will mislead you. Imagine just joking with school, and then maybe you wanted to become an academician as your dream, and then you joked with school, and then you have just been going for one menial job or the other, and then boom, you are 40 years old. Okay? So the time it will take you to be able to achieve that your educational height will not be as easy as when you had paid attention to it on time. Okay? So that is what I mean by money. So money has influence on you. Your phone has influence on you. Money has influence on you. Social media have influence on you. Then the last thing I'm going to be talking about when it comes to influence from non-human object is your routine. Okay? Your routine. Your job can be a routine. Okay? Your games, maybe football games, can be a routine. Okay? So I've seen people that use their job as an excuse, to not doing what they were supposed to do that will change their life forever. Okay, let me give you a simple example with this. Jeff Bezos. I'm not saying that everybody will be Jeff Bezos, but I'm just giving you an instance that these are some of the things that can make somebody to be able to take a decision. And once, if you want for this understanding, but understanding matters. Okay, so now let me give us an example with what Jeff Bezos did around 1994 or so. Jeff Bezos was a worker, okay? He was a vice president in one of the biggest company in the US, okay? But because he wanted to start Amazon, he had to go to his boss, and then he said he's going to resign, okay? He was getting a very, very serious cash from that business, but then he wanted to resign because he saw a bigger picture of Amazon, okay? But his boss told him to go back and think over his decision and see whether he actually want to be doing something like this. But he came back home, consulted with his wife and his parents, and then they all gave him go ahead. Having explained his vision to them, they gave him go ahead. He still came back to his boss. At the end of the day, he resigned. By the way, I'm not saying you should go and resign on your job, okay? So I'm not saying you should resign, but I'm just giving you an example of how you can be able to take control over your routine. If somebody can be able to resign as a vice president in one of the biggest company in America, then it means I see no reason why your routine should be. Maybe you don't need to resign from your job. You don't need to quit from your own, maybe from your own bosses or things like that. What happens to your evenings? What happens to your night times? Okay, you can be able to schedule for things that can be able to help your dreams and your vision at the evening times, at the night times when you are closing from work. But using work as an excuse, oh, I'm tired from work, so I'm just coming back, I cannot be able to do this, I cannot be able to do that because I am so exhausted from work and things like that. So it's gonna be having a very negative influence on you. Okay, so we have listed 4 major things that have influence on you in the non-human object category: your phone, social media, your routine, and then money. Okay, so now we are going to be moving to the human influence. Okay, human influence on you. You know, as I've said in the last content, that's volume 1, we discussed about how you can be able to gain your own influence, knowing fully well that your influence is very important. Now we are talking about the effect of other objects or other humans on you, not your own influence now in this case. You know, from our definition is your ability to be able to influence other people's way of thinking on actions, or actions without forcing them. But this time around in this volume, we are talking about the ability of other people, or whether human or non-human object, to influence the way you think or the way you act. I believe you get that. So now we are going to the human influence on you, okay, as a person. We are going to be looking at different human behaviors or human characters. That is a generalized form of it, okay. So now let's start by talking about someone's negative attitude, okay. Someone's negative attitude can influence someone in a very negative way, okay. So such influence comes with a very serious disaster. Now, for instance, someone has a very bad behavior, someone doesn't treat you nice, or maybe someone doesn't treat people nice. In one way or the other, before you know it, that person is going to exert that influence on you, and before you know it, you also begin to feel like, okay, since he's not even nice, let me also not be nice to him, or since he treated me this way, let me not even do my own part of it, or I just feel angry, so I will not even go with my business to this area because this person annoyed me, or I am not going to advertise my business to such category of people because this and this and this person annoyed me. I'm not going to be helping this person because this person annoyed me. You know, different kind of actions you can be able to take simply because of someone's negative attitude, okay. And this is not going to be giving you something nice. What if you tell yourself that, okay, this person have a very bad attitude? Well, let me neglect this person, okay. Let me not make this person to change my own good behavior, okay. So you can be able to look for a way to treat that person in such a way that he can never be able to have a negative impact on you. How? You can disconnect from such persons, okay, if the person is persisting with such negative behaviors and is affecting your own behavior. Or you can be able to give a distance from that person, okay. Maybe you have to change the location if necessary. If it means you vacating from one of your own county to another, you can be able to do that simply because you want to avoid any influence that will come and affect your long-term goals, because your reactions to such behaviors can be able to have impact on your long-term goals. Okay, imagine you just treated somebody badly, somebody that could have been maybe your destiny helper, and then you just treated him badly simply because of another person's negative attitude. How do you see that? That will have a long impact on your own success. Okay, so I believe you understand that. Now let us talk about someone's nice attitude. Okay, that's another general human behavior. Okay, so someone's nice attitude can influence you to do good things. You know, I've seen a lot of people, including me myself, somebody's nice behavior have pushed me to do a lot of nice things to a lot of people that you didn't even know, okay, because I was motivated by that to do even nice to people. So when you find people like that, draw closer to such people, make such people your friends, make such people your acquaintances, and you're never ever going to regret being with such people. You're going to enjoy your life as long as you build such people. You know why? Because it's going to increase your own chances of success. How? When you help other people, when you treat people nicely, when you treat your customers nicely, you're going to enjoy it, because whether you like it or not, the way you react to such attitudes or behaviors from other human beings, then is going to affect the way you react to your customers, for instance, in a business settings, or your client in general, in whatever settings it is, okay? So that is very important. Then what of someone's neutral attitude? Maybe someone is not nice and he's not bad, he's not negative, and he's not at the same time positive, he's just on his own, okay? So such may not exert any impact on you literally, but our subconscious mind as humans is very complicated. Okay, since Mr. A doesn't even care, he doesn't help anybody and he doesn't harm anybody, so let me just be like that. So if you embrace such attitudes, you are going to be in such a situation that you will not have that proactive intention to be helping out people, or proactive intention to be going out in people's direction to render support. And that may also not speak well of you. There is a way that you gain favor in your dream pursuit or in your desire to success. When you support people proactively, then that is how other people, when they observe you for a very long period of time, sometimes they will tend to come and support you. Some people maybe must have heard about it from other people that, oh, so person is a very nice person. Oh my goodness, this person is a very nice person. Simply because of your proactive nature to support, another person will just be pushed to go and support you simply because he must have had one or two things about it. So that is how a neutral attitude will have an influence or impact on you. Okay, so when you see such, you may just try to maintain some level of distance that such kind of attitudes or behaviors will not influence you negatively. What about someone's excellence? Now, someone's excellence, if somebody is very successful, if somebody is excellent in his dealings and in his doings, another person will see it as another negative side, while another person will see it as a positive side. Let me give you an example. Maybe I have a very successful fashion designer in my area, okay? So if I want to look at it at a negative angle, I will now begin to feel like, okay, this person is already successful, so he have taken all the customers, so I don't think I have any space in that industry. I don't think I can be able to be successful again. So this person have already packed all the customers, he have already made the market, he have already monopolized the market, so I don't think I have any chance. Can you see that negative aspect? So in that case, it's going to have a very negative impact on you. What if I look at it in this direction? Okay, this person was able to establish this fashion design in this area. It means it's possible for me to be able to establish that one too. Maybe if there's anything I don't understand, or if there's anything that I'm struggling with when it comes to fashion design, I think I can be able to reach out to this person. I think this person will be a stepping stone for me, so that once I come to establish my own, he will be of support to me and he will render support. I'm very sure he's gonna support me. That is another positive attitude. So it depends on how you take it. That is how the impact will be on you. So I will encourage you to always look at the positive aspect of anything around us. Okay. So now, what about someone's failure? Okay, someone's failure is also something that can be able to influence someone's success or someone's attitudes or actions. Okay. Now, if someone is very unsuccessful, someone will say, well, Mr. A have tried it and he failed, so I don't think there's any chance for me, because if it was possible for it to happen that way, it must have worked out with him. But now that he failed, I don't think I need to try that. He will just abandon it. Okay? What about if you look at it in another way around? Maybe you will say, okay, Mr. A tried this and then he failed. Wow, I think it's a chance for me to maybe come and study what made him to fail, and then maybe I can make some little innovations so that I can be able to succeed. What about that? So the way you see the things around you, both humans and non-humans, the way you interpret them and the way you react toward them will determine whether it's going to be good for you or it's going to be bad for you. Okay, so I believe now, after watching this video by now, or after following this content, you will be able to have power over the things within your surroundings, such that you will control the way they affect your life, the way they affect your success. I believe by now you know that influence is something that you cannot neglect if you want to be successful. Okay, so I believe this video was very helpful. If you are new to this video, I will encourage you to click on the subscribe button below and turn on the notification bell, so that anytime you come up with an important content that will direct you toward achieving your dreams on this channel, you will be notified. Okay, and don't forget to turn on the notification bell. And then also, if you are a returning viewer, I want to say thank you. Okay, and if you have not subscribed as a returning viewer, I will want to plead with you to also subscribe, so that we can move together. And if you have anything you don't understand, or if you have any topic or subject or factor that is affecting your success and you want me to make a video about it to explain it for you, feel free, just drop it in the comment section, so that I can be able to break it down for you and then explain it to you to your own success, because that is what we are here for. Thank you very much. See you again in another video. Bye.